Women don't respect men with no hose. Bro, look a girl in the eyes and fuck her, tell her you're gonna cheat on her. She loves it.
What's up, Get Fit fam, Authentic fam, and the YouTube fam? We're back again. Welcome to Authentic Alphas, and we have a formerly sick individual here. What you just getting over the vid?
Yes, I'm just getting over it.
All right. Do you still remember your name?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know if amnesia was one of the symptoms.
No, so. I actually have no symptoms. My sister was sick, and then we tested together, and we were just both positive, and I'm like, I don't know, because I don't feel sick at all.
It's probably just the flu.
I don't know.
But you still doing the quarantine? You following all the rules, even though you don't feel sick?
Yes, and it sucks. No, I'm not gonna say it sucks. I can't be around my daughter. That's the only sucky part.
I thought the kids were like more immune or whatever. Those old people you can't be around.
I don't know. But I've been doing like a lot more painting and like just spending time by myself instead of having to go to work and deal with people.
Yeah, that's what I figured. You're just enjoying the vacation. Lucky you.
Yeah.
I don't believe in it. I don't think it's real. I think it's just the flu. I had it, or they told me I had it. It was just the flu, man. It was just a regular. No, it's a different type of bug. I'll give you that. It's definitely a different type of bug, but it ain't all gonna kill you and all this other stuff.
Yeah, and it's my third time having it.
Okay. Well, listen. I got you out of bed because I'm gonna ask you about the top G, aka Andrew Tate, aka the most popular misogynist at the moment, and I think you were saying you hadn't even heard of him.
No, not until today.
Okay, good. Fresh meat. So we're gonna play a clip, and I want you to just listen to this one clip and go ahead and tell me what you think about it, what you feel about it, if you had to judge him on this one clip, and we'll get into your thoughts. So let me just hit play. Boom.
And with no hose. Bro, look a girl in the eyes and you fuck her, tell her you're gonna cheat on her. She loves it. Bro, man, they don't respect a man. They don't respect a man with no hose.
She goes on it. She was like, "Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You don't got no hose. I don't want that nigga anyway.
You know,
no hose, no me.
No woman wants.
She like no hose, no me.
No woman wants the man that no other woman wants. So
that is true.
So women try this idea of, well, I want a man that I know all the women want, but then he doesn't want them back. That ain't real, right? So that ain't real. So what I'm saying is, what Will Smith did is he put himself in the position where he had no power and he got abused. And my point is this: when I said that the idea of being with one woman forever is going to be torturous, I'm not even talking about the fact that I don't get sexual variety. I'm talking about the fact that I cannot see myself 5 years down the line being in a position of power within my own life and household. I want a position of power. If someone breaks, bro, if I'm walking down the street with my chick and someone pulls a weapon and I have to fucking deal with him and I end up getting a fucking manslaughter charge, for example, I don't want her fucking, she's gonna jump on a new dick and I'm gonna sell. No, I need to have a position of power and control, and I need to know she's loyal to me for life. That's what I want. That's what I enjoy. I want to walk in the house and say, "Dinner, bitch, where is it?" And not in a horrible way. I love you so much, I call you bitch. Where the fuck's my food? I enjoy that position of power. You're not gonna have that if you ain't got hose.
And I don't know how much you keep up with, pop culture when it comes to hip hop. So there's this rapper named The Baby. Okay. He had this girl, her name is Danny Lay, and recently hopped on live. She just had a baby by him. Okay. And he said to her, "I'm on live right now because she's trying to be all violent or whatever, but really I want her to get the fuck out of my house." Yep. And her response was, "Oh, you want me to leave? But I just had your baby a couple of weeks ago. You want to go fuck other women, this and third." And I was talking to a friend of mine who essentially, I'm telling women, like, if you're with a guy who owns his place, I own my house. Yep. If a woman comes over for a month, 2 months, at some point you're squatting. Yep. You're intruding on my space. Yep. And it's very normal, at least for me, to be like, "Hey, I've enjoyed your time this and third, but you need to go." Yep. And women somehow seem like they believe it's not a feasible demand to say you have to go when you don't necessarily, you're living with that guy.
Bro, it's their we have to understand, there's so much human nature which is biologically driven. That's their biological imperative. X guy fucked me. Even if I'm not pregnant, I could be pregnant. And biologically, right before birth control, if you get fucked, you might get pregnant. I could be pregnant. I'm not going to be able to survive out here in the world without a man to take care of me as a pregnant woman. He has this little house. I want to nest my ass in this house, keep the other chicks out. It's their biological imperative. It's number one, the thing they want to do. Of course it is. You have to recognize what they're doing.
I've been having so many arguments with women to say.
She said, "You brought me on here to get triggered." All right, let's go. Get triggered. So, so question number one, how do you feel about Andrew Tate?
I feel like he's very opinionated. It's just the way he says things. And I feel like he just sounds like one of those type where he thinks that he knows everything because he's saying women, women, women. And not all women fall into that women category.
All women aren't women?
Huh?
All women aren't women?
No, I'm saying like, okay, he's comparing, because like how not all men are alike, not all women are alike in some ways.
Yeah, but there are some things that are across the board. And I will agree with him with women do not want guys that other women don't want. Straight up. Women are instantly turned off when no other women want a guy. They don't want that guy either.
But I don't agree with that.
I agree. In my experience, that's definitely the case. And I started looking at that because there was a movie called Deliver Us from Eva with Gabrielle Union and LL Cool J. And they were trying to like get him to hook up with this annoying ass sister of their wives and girlfriends that was cock blocking and hating. She was just a typical independent, negative black woman that's over here telling other women, you don't need no man. Why are you committing to a man? Why are you doing what he tells you to do? Why are you cooperating in the relationship? You should be strong and independent and by yourself. So they were trying to get her a man of her own so that she could get out of their business. And they were trying to hook her up with LL Cool J. And after the first time that they introduced them, LL Cool J was like, yeah, like I got a girlfriend or whatever, like I gotta go. You know what I mean? He said that he was in a relationship. So, when the guy saw him later on, they were like, yo, what the fuck? Like, why did you tell her you had a girlfriend? Like, we're trying to hook y'all up. And he was like, yo, relax. No woman wants a man that other women don't want. So give me some time. I'm playing the long game. And sure enough, that did spark her interest and make her a little bit more attracted, because if a guy can't get a date, it's definitely a red flag. A woman will be like, what is it about him that no other women like him? I tell guys this all the time. If you don't have the social proof, it's going to be a turn off to women. So if a woman looks at your Instagram and no attractive women follow you, they look at who's liking your pictures and no good looking women like your pictures, then they look at your pictures and you're not with any women. You don't go out with any women. Like no women are, interacting with you. They're instantly turned off, because the thing about women is, whether they want to admit it or not, they know that they're on a biological clock. They know that their time is very scarce. So women don't want to waste time with men. So they look for telltale signs like that to avoid them from wasting the time of finding out for themselves, what is it about this guy that other women don't like? So if you can't keep a girlfriend, if girls aren't, knocking on your door and ringing your phone and calling you from other numbers when you block them, it makes women think, if no other women want to stay in your life, why would I want to stay in your life? If you're not attracting other women, why would I be attracted to you? If other women don't want to date you, why would I want to date you? If other women don't want to have sex with you, why would I want to have sex with you? So, yes, I agree with him on that. If you're a cold product...
So, the reason why I don't agree with that is because of my own personal experience. Like, the last dude I was dating, everybody fucking wanted him, and I hated it. Like, I really hated it, because... That's
an extreme, though.
Huh?
That's an extreme. That's an extreme. You're talking about every chick wanted him. So it became a nuisance is the point. And apparently you did want him because he's your ex. So you did want him. You just got tired of having to deal with other women. That's not the same thing.
I didn't want to deal with that. I felt like that was, I don't know. Like now, now I have like the complete opposite. Like no one's hitting him up. And I feel like, I don't have nothing to worry about it because no one is entertaining him. I look at that as baggage. Like you still have exes hitting you up. You still have fuck buddies hitting you up. I don't want to deal with that. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, but that's two different things. There's a difference between women not wanting a guy and a guy choosing not to entertain those women. That's two completely different things. Just like there's a difference between a guy not being able to afford something and a guy just simply not being interested in paying for it. It's two different things. And I don't know what it is about women, man. They like to create their own narratives in their head. The amount of times when a woman has asked for money for something and I'm like, yo, I don't pay female guests, or I'm not paying a woman to do this or that. And they'll be like, oh, you can't afford it. It's like, wait, what? Like, What are you talking about? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so there's a lot of women that's their response to that particular situation. When a guy refuses to spend money on something, they assume he can't afford it. It's like, what sucker do you have me confused with? Okay, just because a guy pays for something doesn't mean he can't afford it. There's guys that are going broke giving women money or buying women things. And then there's guys that have plenty of money and they're just not interested in paying for shit that they don't see the point in paying for.
Yeah.
But like I said, women confuse these things and they make up their own narrative so that they don't have to make the adjustment in their brain to what they believe. One of the prime examples of that is, oh, well, he can't handle a strong, independent woman. It's like, oh my God, there's a difference between he can't handle it and he doesn't want to deal with it. It's not the same thing. Okay, if a guy pays for an oil change, does that mean that he can't change his own oil? It might simply mean like he doesn't feel like changing his own oil, right? Now, don't get me wrong. Yes, I get it. Most people pay for that because they can't themselves do it. But there are plenty of men that are busy making money. They don't have time to get under a car, and change oil. They'll rather just pay 20, 30 bucks and have someone do it. But it's not the same as a guy who's not capable of doing it. So I think women need to stop guessing when it comes to men. Just ask. Ask a brother, ask an uncle. The only guy that women are comfortable asking is a gay guy. And it's like, oh, that's what you're going to do. You're going to ask you're going to ask the guy that can relate the least to the, to the guy that you're trying to figure out. I have this masculine alpha male that I can't figure out. Let me ask this gay guy. He'll know. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Like, I'm trying to understand these rich guys. So let me view them through the same lens that I view broke guys. They don't understand them. Like, no, you won't. So I have to say I agree with him on that. The next question is, do you think he's a misogynist?
I don't. Like I said, he's very opinionated. It's just the way. I mean, he does have strong opinions about women. Mm-hmm. I don't like that. What he said, like some things that he said about rape.
He said something about. Well, I don't know if he said. Be careful with that word on my channel. I'm gonna have to bleep that out. But I don't know if he.
Okay.
Because sometimes maybe he's not serious, and I think there's a lot of clips that women think he's like being serious. A lot of times he's joking. A lot of times he's being over the top.
I feel like he's. I don't know if he's. I feel like he does bash women, but I don't know if it's for entertainment. I don't know what goes through his mind, but it does. It sounds crazy to me.
Well, let me ask you this: how come when women want to bash men, whether it's for entertainment or they really feel that way, how come that's not put under the same scrutiny?
I mean, I agree. They shouldn't be bashing men. I feel like it all has to do with either what they're currently going through or what they have dealt with in the past. I feel like that's whenever women are bashing men, they're speaking off of emotions and
so hold on. So that's interesting you said that, because I think when men are talking about women, they're talking from experience and they're talking logically. So it's funny how women are allowed to say things when it's emotional and they didn't really think it through and it's not even accurate. And then when men say things, all of a sudden it's not allowed, whether they're expressing themselves emotionally or they're literally being like logical. They're saying, no, this is logically how this particular situation is and how it goes. And I know for men that are strong and secure, the reason why they're not that offended by the things women say is because the power dynamic. They don't feel like it means shit. Me personally, I don't care what women say about men, because no woman's my boss. No woman hires or fires me. I don't need a woman for anything. So you could believe whatever the hell you want. And there's plenty of beautiful young girls who aren't going to agree to that bullshit. They're not going to subscribe to that opinion. So a lot of times when women are voicing all of these things, they're voicing it from a position of hopelessness, of weakness. They're saying it because that's all they can do is take to social media and complain. That's all they can do. They can't actually change anything. They can't force men to behave the way they want them to behave. So all they're going to do is vent about it. All right, knock yourself out. But the things that he's saying, he's in a position where he has the control. He's in a position where he has the power. So
okay, so he mentioned that he needs that control. Okay, so
He didn't say he
Doesn't
need.
your
Hold on,
woman
you see,
give you
but
enough
hold
control
on.
in the bedroom?
You're misquoting him. If I rewind it, I know he did not use the word need. He says he wants it, he prefers it, and I understand, I agree, and I agree with the point that he's trying to make, and I think he does a good job of giving you an example of what he's talking about. Will Smith is tall, handsome, successful, high status, rich, and for the past few years he's been embarrassed by his wife, who's lesser of all those things. Jada is not the value that Will is. It never was. She never was. She never was an A-list celebrity or actress. Right? It's always been by association. Then, if you want to play the attractive game, she's not as attractive as Will Smith is, respectively, to their gender. Will Smith is far more attractive as a man than Will Smith is as a woman. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Just age alone, he whoops her in that department. And then uniqueness. Jada Smith is just a light-skinned woman. What's the big deal? Will Smith is a tall, handsome man that's also talented and accomplished. But yet, in the relationship, who seems to have the power? You see what I'm trying to say? And it's a mockery. And this is another thing that women don't want to just accept as a reality. If the woman has the relationship and the power, if a woman has the power in the relationship, it's bad for everyone. It's bad for everyone. Women aren't happy when they have the power in the relationship. And it's embarrassing to both parties. It's embarrassing to the guy that your woman is running the show, and it's embarrassing to the woman that you have this weak, spineless dude that you can march around and control and give orders to, and you can cheat on him and sleep with other people and do all kind of stupidness, and your man accepts that and tolerates that. Then if there's children involved, the children don't respect the father when the woman is the one with the power. But when the role is reversed and the man has the power and he's not being abusive, He's leading his woman or his family in the right direction. He's disciplining everyone for their own better good. Okay, it's a good thing. Everybody can respect him, and everyone can look at the woman and say, you're lucky you have a strong man that's a good leader and a provider. So why are we even having this argument that a man shouldn't be the one with the power in the relationship? It's just that he's taking the tone of anything else is unacceptable. And I think that's what people have a problem with, is that he's being so definitive about it. If you don't have the power in your relationship, you're a fucking pussy. And people, just like you said, it's the way that he says it. Well, unfortunately, he's not communicating to women. He doesn't have to communicate to women, because women can say whatever the hell they want to say about him. If they meet him, they're singing a different tune. Okay, and I know this because I've introduced many women to him. So they sing a different tune when they meet him in person. He knows how to charm women. He knows how to be respectful. He knows how to entertain them. So he doesn't have a problem persuading women. So I see why he wouldn't tailor his speech publicly to women, because that's not who he's speaking to. He's speaking to men, and men need to be spoken to that way in order to get up off their ass and get their shit together, which is why a mother listening to how a coach speaks to her son, she might think there's a problem. I have plenty of cousins that they're constantly like going and complaining to the school or complaining to the sports program. Like, the coach is being abusive to my son. Well, what is he doing? Well, the way he talks to him, the way he says it. And it's like, that's how coaches talk to little boys. That's how you get them to respond. But women don't get it. Women think that it's hateful and it's abusive and it's mean. But as guys, we understand.
Well, I don't think it was respectful that he said, even if he was joking with his woman, oh, cook my dinner, B word. Does he really talk to her like that, or is he just saying that to get the attention of men? That's what I'm trying to say. And I don't know.
And hold on. And even if he did, you do realize that's not you or any other woman's decision to decide that's offensive. That's up to that individual woman. And when she's wearing, you know, a $20,000 ring, when she has a $10, $15, $30,000 bracelet, when she's living in a fabulous home, when they have the best food, every time she opens the fridge, it's full. I'm sorry.
But he's not a husband.
Huh?
He's not a husband.
You're not understanding what I'm saying. He's talking about his house where he pays for things.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that chick is okay being called whatever the hell she's being called.
Okay, so
for what he's providing her.
Is it okay if let's say he has a daughter? Is it okay if her boyfriend comes in the house and says, "Oh, B, where's my food?"
Yes.
Would he be okay with that?
She chooses that, is my point. So if he's the father, he raised his daughter. So if he raised a daughter that's comfortable being called a bitch by her man, he raised that daughter. And I'm going to show you the hypocrisy in what you're saying. Because if you go in a nail salon or a hair salon and the women in there are talking and they like, girl, you better do this, bitch. Girl. Bitch, pass me that. How come it's okay when two women are talking to each other and they're friends? They can call each other bitch and hoe and all of that kind of stuff, but they're friends. But you mean to tell me your lover, who pays all your damn bills and supports you and takes care of you and protects you should you be in danger, all of a sudden he's not allowed to call you a bitch? It's not playful when he calls you a bitch, but when your friends call you a bitch, it's okay. And it's the same thing with black people. So when you're talking to your homeboys and they're like, yo, nigga, what's up, nigga? Yo, nigga, let's go here, nigga this, nigga that. But then the moment that somebody that's not your homeboy, that's not also black, says the N-word, yo, what you say? Yo, what you say? You say the N-word, yo? You. And it's the same thing with gay guys. Gay guys walk around calling each other all kind of slurs. Queen, what you say, queen? What fag? What this? But the moment someone that's not homosexual says any of those words, that's hate speech and you're not allowed to speak like that and you're oppressing me. And come on, man. Come on. So I'm just trying to, keep a level playing field here. We can't be moving the goalposts. So if it's not okay for him to call his woman a bitch, it's not okay for anybody to call any female a bitch.
Yeah. I mean, I agree.
Okay? Because your friends ain't paying your bills. And they call you bitch whenever they feel like it. The next question is, do you find Andrew Tate attractive?
He's an attractive person. I mean, I'm not attracted. I have a type, but he's not ugly. I mean, he's... I'm not going to say that he's not attractive just because I don't agree with some of the things that he says.
Okay. Do you think he's a high value man? And I mean, I'm not talking about just his income. I'm talking about, in general, all other qualities. Do you think that he's a high value man?
I do.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. One more question here. Do you think that he should be banned from social media?
No, because it's freedom of speech. So if they ban him, they're going to have to... I feel like if they ban him, they're just going to have to ban everybody else. Because...
My point exactly.
Everyone is on their... Whatever... Everyone has their own opinion. And not everyone is going to like it, but I don't think that he should be banned just for stating his opinions.
Right.
Or his experiences.
And I'm sure you could go to everybody who's ever spoken on social media. Anybody who's done more than just posted a picture. I'm sure they've said something that would offend someone else. So there you have it.
To everybody.
Listen, let me tell you something. A woman can be on social media making food for her family and saying, I love my husband and I love being a wife. There's nothing I wouldn't do for my family. And there's somebody somewhere that's like, oh my God, that's so oppressive. How could she say that? So, no matter what you say, there's somebody that could be offended by it. So, yeah, I think the things that he says are very motivating, to be honest with you. I feel like you could be doing pretty good for yourself as a guy, and you hear him talk, and you be like, yo, you know what? I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough.
I mean, I
could be better.
Watch like more of his interviews. Just the short amount of time that what I've seen is, I'm not gonna say I'm a fan of his, but I did remember that you said that he is speaking to men, and not the women.
Absolutely, and
so,
I feel the opposite. I feel the opposite about female content creators. When I listen to female content creators, I'm not offended. I'm bored. I'm not interested enough to be offended. I'm bored, and for the opposite delivery as to why he supposedly offends some women. Although I'm yet to really find women that are offended by what he says or his tone. They might say they don't necessarily like the tone, but they're not necessarily offended. But supposedly the delivery is too harsh and honest. Well, I feel like when I'm watching female content creators, I'm bored out of my mind, because there's too much fluff. Hi guys, how are you doing? I hope everybody's having a blessed day. Also, well, you know, I don't want to offend anyone, and everybody's free to do whatever they want. I'm not judging anyone, but I'm just saying, for me, personally, as a female, I wouldn't, but it's okay if you do. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, but me, personally, I don't have an OnlyFans. Nothing against any of the girls who do have an OnlyFans. I'm not trying to offend anyone. Everybody's like, God damn, just say your point, say your opinion, and let's get through this goddamn video, because we're spending way too much time with you making sure that you're not offending anyone. That's why I can't watch most female content creators, because you're 7 minutes into the video yet, and she hasn't even said anything about what the video's about. She's just too busy trying to give her formal, you know, please, I'm not trying to offend anyone. And it's like, well, damn. So if you're so concerned about not offending anyone, you're probably also not going to provide any value for anyone. You understand what I'm trying to say? Because you're too busy trying to be neutral and to be non-offensive. So I think that is why a lot of guys are suffering, because they're not getting the valuable information, because there's too much politically correct fluff around it. So it's like someone giving you a big plate of salad. It's like a big plate of lettuce and a whole bunch of, you know, veggies that don't even really have a lot of vitamins or minerals in it, just fluff. And then you got one little tiny piece of meat about the size of a walnut. And that's your meal, and it's supposed to be nutritious. You get what I mean? Whereas Tate is just giving you a big ass steak with 2 spinach leaves on it. You know what I'm saying? It's all meat. This is just 2 little spinach leaves on there, and it's a much heartier meal. So I think. So you don't. Go ahead. You don't watch content or female content creators at all? If they get to the damn point, I do. Yeah. And even the ones that get to the point that I like, I still can't. You know what I mean? I still can't really connect, because their message is tailored to women. It's like, I 100% agree with you, sis. I love what you're doing. I'm out of here, though. You know what I'm saying? Because this is for the ladies. You know, so that's what that is. And I spent a lot of time in a barbershop, you know, like you. And I spent a lot of time in a hair salon. You know, my family owned both. My stepfather owned both, a barbershop and a salon. And the difference in the conversation is just amazing.
It's very different.
Right. And I was just bored out of my mind in the salon.
Yeah, whenever I worked in a salon before a barbershop, I didn't like it. I didn't know what to talk about with the women. I would hear the same thing every time, and it was boring. And it was fake. And it's fake as hell. Yeah, it was hella fake. And then whenever, you know, I got into the shops, I heard like real conversations, and I never got offended, because it was interesting to hear like the way men think and the way they felt, and unfiltered stuff like that. So, and like I love all of my clients. They're all different in their own unique way, and I would never. When I meet women and they say, "Oh, I'm, you know, going to hair school," I always tell them, "Don't do it. You're not gonna like it." And then, sure enough, they hit me up a year later. "Oh my gosh, like, what barber school did you go to? Because I want to switch." Well, see, here's the difference. This is the difference between social media and the barbershop. Because in the barbershop, you can kick that raw. But in the moment a single mom comes in there with her son, everybody's filter goes on automatically. You see what I mean? Yeah. Guys already know. So when you're sitting there getting your hair cut and you do a quick survey of the room and you see that 8-year-old boy over there, you see his 6-year-old sister on the tablet, and they're in there with their mom, you know, you're like, so how about those Rockets? You see what I'm saying? A completely different conversation. But as soon as she walks out of the barbershop, all right, thank you. See you next week. All right, man. All right, little man. All right. As soon as they walk out, yo, I got a fat ass. Word. That's what I'm saying, yo. Hey, where that kid's dad at? I don't know, and I don't care. You know what I'm saying? She can get it, and it's game on. And social media, we can't do that, because guys don't know who's on the other end of the screen at this moment.
So it's like, what you going to do? You're going to filter the speech indefinitely and then it not reach men? Or you're going to say, fuck it, this is a man's channel, this is a man's space. Whoever's watching, oh well, this ain't for you anyway. If you're offended, you on the wrong damn channel, turn it off. Don't go cry and complain to the social media gods to have this person removed. Just simply change to one of the other chameleon channels they are. There's a chameleon channels out there. Why are you on this channel? If it offends you, change the damn channel. Nope. Instead, I'm going to be a Karen. I'm going to send 1,500 emails saying I want this person removed because they're toxic. So, so that's the thing. So the last thing I'm going to ask you is, how do you feel about freedom of speech in regards to social media? Should social media platforms be able to censor speech, or should it be just as open as, I don't know, the air?
I think it should be open.
Mm-hmm.
Like 100%. I feel like people should be able to say 100% what they want to say, and if they don't like it, the other person that doesn't like it can delete the comment on their account.
Okay.
Or they could just simply block the person.
That one's a little tricky because I don't think the problem is necessarily that they're censoring people or that they're banning people. I obviously wouldn't like that to be the case, but it is. But I don't see that as being the actual real problem, at least not for me. The real problem for me is the bias. Because yes, you do say, hey, we have community guidelines and you have to respect the community and blah, blah, blah. They say that. So, that much is fair because it is a free platform. You are choosing to be on this platform, and they are delivering your message. So they should have some say-so in that message. The only thing is it needs to be fair across the board. So if a guy can't say certain things, well, then neither can this female content creator either. If the left can't say these things, well, the right shouldn't be able to say it either, or vice versa. You know what I mean? So I think that is the part that I have a problem with, is that it's like not the same rules for everybody. There's no consistency in the policing or the banning. And I think that's by design, because I think what's going to happen is eventually other people are going to start sharing that exact same opinion. And their solution for it is going to be, you know what? Everything needs to be ran by AI. Yep, because people are flawed, people are biased. So you know what? In order to prevent that, we're going to just go ahead and make everything ran by AI, because AI doesn't have any feelings. AI doesn't pick sides. AI just is going to control and rule everyone. And that is where humanity loses all freedom all at once. But unfortunately, they're going to market that to us as a solution. And people are going to be like, yeah, you're right. People shouldn't make those decisions. We should have a robot make those decisions. And it's like, oh, dumbass, now Skynet takes over. You fell for it.
When I woke up this morning, it wasn't even a notification, but I noticed that whenever I was scrolling on my barber page, I feel like somebody reported something on my story, and I didn't even do anything on it. Like, I might have said I was telling people to follow my art page because I was painting some new art in the time that, I was sick and everything. And so I said, well, if you like lesbians, follow my page. Because I painted a picture of two lesbians scissoring. And I think someone might have gotten offended. And it said that I basically disobeyed the community guidelines.
No scissoring, sis. No scissoring.
I didn't say that. I just used the word, if you like lesbians.
Okay.
And then I remember one time I had just got my toes done, and they deleted it because they said that I was posting nudity. But then you see all these other girls posting half-naked pictures. Yeah,
but just some blur on the nipples. they can get away with it. No, I blurred out the nipples. I can see 98% of your tit, girl. Yes, but you cannot see the nipple.
And I'm like, man, if this page gets deleted, I'm not making another one, because this is my second time making. I'm telling you, my first barber page got deleted because they said that I was posting nudity.
like I said, I've seen both extremes. I've seen guys that like guys post something and they can get away with it, and then if a straight guy posts the exact same thing, they'd be like, "Oh, explicit content." It's like it's the same damn thing.
Yeah.
So, that's what I'm saying. That's the issue, is that it's not fair across the board. But I appreciate you not getting triggered. I know it was hard for you. I know it was like a kettle boiling. You were like,
No, I got triggered this morning. I got very triggered, and then I was like, well, hold on, this could be, pretty good. Because I learned the last time.
Because the first video was tough. The first video was offensive. The first one you saw, he was going hard.
Yes, I was talking shit about this man and everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of clips taken out of context. So anyhow, I appreciate you having a open mind with it.
Thank you.
So yeah, you don't have any makeup on, but next time I want to do something about makeup. So I'm going to do another collection of videos, and the topic is going to be makeup, and is it unfair to men that women have this advantage that men don't necessarily have an equal tool for? Like, what is the tool that men can use that's like the makeup that women use? Because women can enhance their looks with makeup. Well, what can men enhance their attractiveness with? So is it unfair that women have that advantage to them that's socially accepted? Okay, well, save it. We'll have that conversation, and I'm gonna have you send like a 1-minute video with no makeup, and then we'll do the actual conversation with you dolled up to the T. And even though now they've already seen you without makeup, but they haven't seen you with the makeup, so then we'll be able to have that discussion and try to maybe come up with some things that guys can do also to kind of give them a little bit of a fair playing field, so to speak.
Okay.
All right, man. Appreciate you. All right, guys, we're out of here.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, likewise. And we're gonna see you guys on the next one, and we're out of here. Peace.